Hello Year 5, a little bit of a different setting for us today. I'm in the spare bedroom today because I needed a nice blank wall for what we're going to do today. So, you may or may not know that it is National Biodiversity Week this week. So, what I'm going to show you is a little bit to do with biodiversity and how we tend to classify animals. However, to show you how to do it, instead of animals per se, I've decided to celebrate the biodiversity of Marvel characters up here. So I've printed 8 of them out and we're going to classify them by asking different questions and then moving them down. And I'm going to show you how to do that, walk you through it step by step. So, I've got the Hulk, Thor, Spider-Man, Captain America, Black Panther, Rocket, Groot and Ant-Man. Now, you might not be able to see those, but you'll have to take my word for it. So what we need to do is we need to ask questions to separate them into their own categories. Moves a bit down, ends up looking like a tree once we get there at the end. So I've got pen and paper, and I've got some blue tack to stick this on this wall as well. So first question I'm going to ask to separate these out is, are they human? Because that separates us quite nicely into different groups. And then yes is going to go one way, and then no is going to go another way. So if you see, I've written a piece of paper that looks like that. And then if I stick it on the wall, I can start to sort my characters out to begin with. So let's see where the middle is, roughly here. Are they human? So, I'm going to sort them out first of all. I think the Hulk is not. Thor, again, although he looks it, is not. Spider-Man is. Captain America, also human. Black Panther, also human. Rocket, definitely not. Groot, definitely not. But then Ant-Man, again, definitely is. So, as you can see, I've got them sorted into 2 groups straight away. But what I want to do is I want to split those groups down even further. So, I'm going to work on this side first. And I'm going to say, are they an enhanced human being? Meaning they've got their actual body has some sort of power, has had something done to it. So, are they an enhanced human being? Make sure I've got my question mark on there. Yes goes. I'm going to get yes going the other way actually, just for a bit of space. So no that way, yes that way. Alright, so if I then get a bit of blue tack and stick this underneath the last answer. So these are all human beings. So are they an enhanced human being? Captain America definitely is. Spider-Man also is. His body can do amazing things. Black Panther is, because he has that funny juice from that flower that makes him so. However, Ant-Man, he is not enhanced. There's nothing about his body that makes him superhuman. It's the suit, just the suit. So he's going to stay over there on his own. And then we're going to have another question underneath here. So I can ask another question about these guys here to separate them out. Now what I'll do is I'll say, were they given their powers by an animal? Which we all know one of them was. Were they given their powers by an animal? Okay. So yes, that way. No, that way. Doesn't really matter which way yes or no goes, as long as you label it clearly. It depends what kind of space you're working with. You just got to plan ahead with these things. So, I'll put this question underneath the last yes answer. Were they given their powers by an animal? I'll put that there. So yes, that would obviously be Spider-Man. Now he's on his own in his own category, so he can stay there. But no, Captain America and Black Panther. Okay, so I've settled this down. Ant-Man's on his own, Spider-Man's on his own. Now I just need to separate these two out with a separate question that I make. So, let's think, what could we do that separates the way these two get their powers? Because they are human, they are enhanced humans, and they weren't given their powers by an animal. Well, let's see. Black Panther gets his by, he eats a plant, doesn't he? A crushed up plant. And he has, Captain America has an injection of some sort. So, that's the way we can do it. We'll say, do they get their powers from a plant? Yes or no? I'll stick that one up here. Right underneath the answer to the last question. So yes would be Black Panther here, and no would be Captain America. Okay, so we've actually sorted that, and so they are all in their own little section. There's no two superheroes in the same section. So we're going to do the exact same for all these four on the other side who we decided were not human. So let's have a think of how we could separate these out. We've got Hulk, we've got Groot, we've got Rocket, and we've got Thor. So there's many different things we could choose to do to separate these out. First of all, I am going to go with does their body change from being human? Okay, because no, does their body change from being human? Three of them stay just as they are in that way the whole time. Obviously Groot sort of he's a big and then a baby and then a teenager. But Hulk, his alter ego is actually a human being, isn't it? So we'll say he changes from being a human being. So yes, down here, and no over there. We'll get our blue tack. Stick this up here. And then we can start sorting this. So Hulk, he can go down here. His body changes from being a human being, so he's here. But these three, they're still over here. Their bodies don't change from being human. That is just who they are. So, any more information about these that we can use to split them up into their own different sections? One I will use is, do they have hair? And that's one you'll see when you're classifying actual animals, obviously, as we can see, because one of these looks like animals. Do they have hair? We'll say no goes that way. Yes goes this way. Because two of them do have hair, to different levels, but they do, and one of them does not. So, do they have hair? Stick that right under there. Groot, as we can see, does not have hair. So he goes under no. He's now, just like Hulk was, he's in his own separate category. But we've still got to sort out Thor and Rocket because they both have hair. Obviously Rocket's covered in hair, but Thor still has hair, alright? They're both features of mammals, basically. So, we could use that as our second one. Are they covered in hair? Because obviously then Thor would be a no, he's not covered in it. But we'll move away from hair. We'll try and do something a little bit different. So, what could we do? Let's think. Differences between those two. There's a lot of them, obviously, but it's all about what you choose, because this doesn't really matter as long as you end up with one person in each section. So I'm going to base this on Thor's ability with his lightning, okay? So let's go with as follows. Can they summon, which means call for, can they summon lightning? Question mark. Yes or no, and then that will settle our final two. So put this underneath that question, just like so. Can they summon lightning? Thor does have that ability. Rocket does not. Okay, so our completed one here shows that, are they human? Yes. Are they an enhanced human? No. You get to Ant-Man. Yes, they are an enhanced human. Were they given their powers by an animal? Yes. You get to Spider-Man? No. You got to ask another question. Did they get their powers from a plant? Yes. To Black Panther? No. To Captain America. Same on the other side. Are they human? No. Does their body change from being human? Yes, that would be the Hulk. No. Do they have hair? No. Then you've got Groot. Yes. Can they summon lightning? Yes. Thor. No. Rocket. Okay? What you can choose to do is do a similar thing, if you would like, with, to be honest, with anything. You can actually choose animals, and you can separate out 8 of your favorite animals. You can separate out 8 Star Wars characters, or any characters from anything you want, like I've done. Just had a bit of fun with it. Just play around with it. You don't have to write it down. You can use a wall like I did, and a little bit of blue tack, and obviously I printed out a few of the pictures, but you don't have to print out the pictures. You could just write their names and put them there if you know what they look like. It's completely up to you. Just use this National Biodiversity Week to have a little bit of fun with it.